EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Ready to put this one in the air. And off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. What is that? 45-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
What is up?
Swift going to try up the middle. Clark Phillips there to stop him. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Bears first down. It's a gain of 3. First down, Chicago.
Pass complete to Loveland. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 17. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down, Bears.
Throwing is Williams. He's got it. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll go play action here with Williams. This is caught. Touchdown! Luther Burden with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Bears 10, Falcons nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And complete to Drake London. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pick.
Again, it's Robinson.
2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Penix. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Nick Folk for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's out to the flat for Swift. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second down and 4. Here's Williams. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago.
This is Swift on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he works free. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
To the air, Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Past the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift with career touchdown number 70. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Down the sideline he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 58 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here's Penix. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 60, come 19, come 19.
They'll throw with Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now an audible here into something else. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
To throw again is Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give left side to Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Bears 31, Falcons 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Bears
To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Williams going to look to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. 28 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Right back to Pitts again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. The 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. First down, and they go with Swift again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Robinson's got it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
At the Bears' 4-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing again, Penix. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. And that one falls incomplete.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Falcons 35.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the Bears, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Now, hang on here, because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To the left side, he's got his tight end, Loveland.
No gain on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
DeAndre Swift
With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. But now they're bouncing their step after scoring that first touchdown. But the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Okay, ready?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 8 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Nick Folk for the extra point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays?
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now Penix. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. On for the extra point is Folk. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 49, Bears 45.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Man, 188 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, here's Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. Will be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Pass complete to Loveland. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
First down. First and goal, Chicago.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland from 8 yards out. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Oh, what a juke into space. Kyle Pitts, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 65 yards. And the
Falcons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Falcons 56, Bears 52.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Play action. Now Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First and 10 at the 40.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain of 18. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down.
Back to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monangai.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
I'm all surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here comes 2nd down.
Warriors 70. Go!
He's back to throw.
That is incomplete.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
18
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Now Pennett's going to hold on to it. This ball intercepted. And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Chicago,
they moved to 7-9 on the year with the win.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to